The long-awaited video game, Gotham Knights, release date is approaching since its initial announcement in 2020. But since we all know the Caped Crusader died in Arkham Knight, don't expect him to show up. However, speculation is still around about whether Bruce Wayne is alive in Gotham Knights, and there are cases for and against Batman being a playable character. So sit back and relax as we discuss the possibilities of Batman being a playable character in the upcoming Gotham feature, Gotham Knights. First and foremost, Gotham without the Dark Knight. Given how Nightwing, Robin, Batgirl, and Red Hood are intended to be inspired by and affected by Batman's alleged death, Batman is expected to play a significant role in WB Games Montreal's Gotham Knights, well, except maybe Red Hood. The members of the Bat family are well known and need no introduction. It's obvious that WB Games Montreal wants to draw attention to these characters in particular, but it's also likely that the studio has some surprises up its sleeve until players get a chance to play Gotham Knights. The Court of Owls was given a lot of early attention. Although marketing has been fairly scattered after the announcement, the spotlight trailers that share new gameplay and gadgets for each character are now only focused on highlighting the playable protagonists. However, there is a chance that the game's pilot will not have any surprises that introduce a new playable character, although there are grounds for and against Batman ever becoming an unlockable character in the video game. Up next, theories claiming that Batman could be alive. This cinematic announcement trailer for Gotham Knights featured a farewell letter from Bruce Wayne to the surviving Bat family. Bruce acknowledged that his death was inevitable and that he had left the Belfry open so that Nightwing, Robin, Batgirl, and Red Hood could use it as a base of operations. Bruce may have been aware of his demise and attempted to avoid it, or his death may have been staged to keep him hidden from the public for some purpose, according to recent rumors. The Court of Owls, on the other hand, is thought to be holding Bruce captive. If this is the case, they may brainwash him and convert him into a Talon assassin, who players would surely have to battle as the game's final boss. That's one hell of a storyline right there. Each of these theories carries its weight, and any one might be accurate. And if this were the case, Bruce's continued existence would significantly impact how the plot developed. The only thing that connects Bruce's passing to any shred of reality is the theory that Police Commissioner Jim Gordon is also dead, which validates Barbara Gordon's past and gives her an additional reason to defend Gotham as Batgirl. Therefore, Gotham Knights can explain why Jim, the lone authority figure who generally respects and appreciates assistance from the Bat family, is dead, and why the Bat family might not receive the same support or validation that it typically would. But regardless of whether Batman is alive or dead, there's still potential that Gotham Knights will somehow incorporate the Caped Crusader into the game, followed by Batman being a surprise unlock. It's plausible that fans could witness Bruce turn into a playable character who's unlocked once they complete the plot of Gotham Knights. That is, if the theory that he serves as a final boss Talon and that the Bat family aids in his rescue and rehabilitation is accurate. This would succeed and fail in various ways. For example, if Batman was unlockable, he wouldn't be able to join other characters on planned missions with associated sequences. Given the possibility of a new Game Plus mode, Batman could not possibly appear there either, because the primary plot would still maintain Bruce Wayne's demise in Gotham Knights, and he would comically appear in cutscenes anyway. Batman could only be unlocked and playable if there were challenge maps or post-game DLC in the same save file, which might be disappointing and constricting. Even if Bruce remains alive throughout Gotham Knights, it would be debatable whether it was worthwhile to feature Batman as a playable character. There's always a chance that Gotham Knights will receive more cosmetic skins through post-launch content that reskins Barbara as Samantha Brown or Kate Kane and similarly introduces Batman. Batman, though, would probably need his own set of actions and skills distinct from any of the game's other heroes, so his presence would need to be original. And lastly, Batman could truly be dead. The concept of being able to combat crime as a dynamic partnership with Batman and any other Bat family figure may be too fantastic of an opportunity for WB Games Montreal to pass up, and fans would undoubtedly be excited about playing as Batman again since Arkham Knight. But WB Games Montreal would probably profit from sticking to its existing Bat family, with Batman absent, in order to carve its own niche and try to distance Gotham Knights from the Arkhamverse in particular. It might also lead to Batman being awkwardly placed in the center of the game that did not require him to be present in the first place, which could lead to strange dualities that would need to be swept under the rug in the main storyline. Although it would be exciting to visit the Batcave, and speaking with Alfred may help to put the relationship in perspective, keeping Bruce dead would respect the Bat family's team-up and allow the other members of the family to grow on their own. It would be fantastic to have Nightwing, Robin, Batgirl, and Red Hood all escape from Batman's shadow hero towards the end of the game in ways that constantly show respect for him as a guardian mentor, but also allow them to define themselves outside of his supervision. We say let Bruce rest and bring him back as an older version of himself in a future storyline. Batman Beyond? Maybe? One can only dream. Our excitement levels are shooting up as Gotham Knights is set to release on October 25th. In other related news, firstly, Batgirl will be the closest to Batman in gameplay. Die-hard fans are already aware of Batgirl's past, as Oracle establishes her as Batman's right hand. Fortunately, players who want a smooth transition from the Arkham series to Gotham Knights may prefer to play as Batgirl because of her cowl, cape, and batarangs. A baton is another feature of Barbara Gordon, possibly a nod to her father, Jim Gordon, the city's police commissioner. Fans of the Arkhamverse will undoubtedly enjoy Batgirl's own distinctive movement, cape gliding. Even though Batgirl's cape gliding is not visually identical to Batman's, it's close enough to ease any resentment from those who are disappointed that they cannot play as Batman in the game. As a result, Batgirl makes a great starting character for fans who have played as Batman for the last 20 years and want to ease into the idea of playing as different characters with their unique abilities. Moreover, fans of the Arkhamverse are undoubtedly familiar with Robin, Nightwing, and Red Hood because they were all playable in some way in both Batman Arkham City and Batman Arkham Knight. Secondly, the story features the biggest version of Gotham. That's according to the executive producer, Fleur Marty, who spoke to Game Informer in a new interview. When asked just how big Gotham Knight's map actually is, Marty answered that it's the biggest version of Gotham that has been represented in video games, which is no small feat considering Batman Arkham City's huge scale. Marty explained that their density and verticality are the most important things. It has a lot of layers, with the Batcycle being a long-range mode of transportation. Marty continued that he spends many of his Zoom calls on the Batcycle driving around Gotham. Game director Jeff Eleanor added that it's one of the fastest and most chill ways to move around the city, and that it feels like a huge place. Seems like they might include fast traveling too, considering the scale of the map the creators are hyping us about. And lastly, CW's Batman spin-off actors confirm speculations. The plot of Gotham Knights centers on what happens after Batman passes away, with Bruce Wayne's adoptive son at the center of the story. Duella Dent, Carrie Kelly, and Stephanie Brown are among the characters who are accused of killing the Dark Knight, setting off an adventure to establish their innocence. In a recent interview, the actors revealed information about their roles, which confirmed speculation amongst the fans. According to information Keegan shared about her role, Duella Dent is the Joker's daughter in this reality. She sounds truly menacing. Navia Robinson, who appears on the show as Carrie Kelly, also said that the former Robin had passed away, but the actress didn't say if it was Jason Todd or Dick Grayson. We're betting on Dick Grayson. Olivia Rose Keegan has previously hinted that Duella is the wild card of the squad, suggesting that she might eventually turn against the group. However, the presence of Carrie Kelly raises the possibility that she is the group's unifying force. After all, she was a former Robin who received training from Batman. Additionally, CW's Gotham Knights is set to premiere in 2023. That's all for this video. What do you think about Batman being a playable character in Gotham Knights? Let us know in the comments below, and remember, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content in the future. Thanks for watching. See you next time.